What's up, everybody? I'm Josh Meek, the Uber Geek. Welcome to This Week in Magic for April 22nd, 2018. Of course, at the time of this recording, it is right in the midst of Dominaria pre-release weekend. Hopefully you had a very happy pre-release weekend and you were able to make it to an in-person pre-release, or at the very least play a little bit of Dominaria online on Magic Online. I had a blast at my pre-release, got to do really fun stuff with some red-white equipment and Aura Matters cards, and also pulled some cards that I'm pretty excited about for Commander. So overall, a very successful weekend, and starting off Dominaria, very excitingly, I'm really liking the set so far. There's a lot of really fun stuff, a lot of really powerful cards, very splashy cards, and it is a blast. I'm going to be excited to play this in Draft and in Sealed, and even in Standard over the coming months. So moving on from there to get into news, along with the release of Dominaria, something you might have noticed over the weekend if you got your hands on some Dominaria cards, is that Wizards is implementing a new printing process for Dominaria cards. So from here going forward, this is part of Wizards' adoption of best practices from their primary printer in Japan, and it's a new coding method for these cards in English. So it's something that had been present on Japanese cards for a little while, and now it's coming over here to the cards we get in English. Basically, it's their quote-unquote best-in-class approach to card coding, and it kind of has a different matte finish to it. It's a slight difference you might not really notice unless you're thinking about it, but when you clue into it, you can actually kind of tell the difference with these cards. The cards look really good, they feel really good from my experience with the few I've had this weekend so far, and the hope is that this addresses some of the issues with curling of cards, especially of foil cards. But obviously only time will tell as we all start to open our Dominaria packs and start to leave cards laying around and see if they start to curl as bad as cards from the previous sets. I certainly hope that it is an improvement. At the very least, the cards feel nice, so, you know, hopefully we also get some added benefit that the cards aren't quite as warped after a little bit of time. But nonetheless, keep an eye out for that as you start opening packs of Dominaria. Next piece of news relating to Magic this week is that Brawl, the new kind of standard Commander format, has been released on Magic Online. And this is the news that I'm most excited about for this week. They have added 1v1 leagues for Brawl, and you can also just queue up in lobbies and play 1 versus 1 or multiplayer of Brawl. So if you've got some cards laying around from previous drafts on Magic Online, you may be part of the way to a Brawl deck already. And, you know, especially because Magic Online is just generally a lot cheaper than paper Magic, you can make Brawl decks for a very, very reasonable price. I put together a pretty sweet Gishath Sun's Avatar deck, and over half the cost of the deck for me was a single Carnage Tyrant. So if you cut that, you can make this deck for $15-ish. That's a fantastic value if you're planning on grinding out some games of Brawl on Magic Online. And this is, you know, my first real experience of getting able to get a bunch of games of Brawl in, and I gotta say that I'm very, very excited about the format. I was really hyped for it, building up my first deck and coming into my first games. Now that I've played some, it lives up to those expectations, and it's shocking how much it feels like actual Commander. It has all the things about Commander that I actually love. You get to do big flashy effects, you get kind of these big creatures. You know, the singleton aspect of the decks make it so that each game plays out very differently. It doesn't feel like you're just playing the same game over and over again as it can with some very highly tuned modern and standard decks. And you also get to show off a little bit of your creativity with your card choices and your commander choice and kind of your breakdown of your deck. It being singleton means that you get more options to choose from kind of as you're making that deck. And it has been a blast. I've seen some really awesome decks that people have made that I've faced, and I'm having a really, really good time jamming a bunch of dinosaurs and attacking for a ridiculous amount of damage. So super excited. Hopefully I see you in the queues for Brawl on Magic Online. If you're on the fence at all about the format, but you do have some cards already on Magic Online, throw a deck together and give it a shot. I think that you will like it a lot more than you think you will, because it is certainly a blast. My local store is actually getting ready to add a Brawl night to the schedule, so I'm pretty excited about that as well, and hopefully I can continue to play this awesome, fun new format in lots of different ways. Of course, that's Magic Online. The other the arena, if you will, for playing Magic on the internet is Arena, Magic Arena. Magic Arena is in beta, but of course the NDA has been lifted, so you've probably been watching a lot of streamers play Magic Arena. You maybe have even been playing Magic Arena yourself. Hopefully if you did want to be in the beta, you've gotten an invite by now. And I've been having a really good time with Magic Arena. It is a very slick, kind of nicely polished gameplay experience, even so far, like even in the beta. Like, it is a very, very nice little package they've put together. And, you know, jumping back into Magic Online, while I love Magic Online, it is a hard transition to go back after getting all the nice bells and whistles from Magic Arena. Now, Magic Arena being in beta, it's continuing to expand. It is very bare bones right now in terms of offerings, but it's going to change pretty quickly. So on April 26th, Dominaria cards are coming to Magic Arena, and along with that, they're also adding events. Right now, these events are going to be best of one, but of course that will be changing down the line, where you'll have the ability to kind of sideboard in the middle of the events. And along with the Dominaria cards and the events, they're also going to be testing some tweaks and some changes to the economy based on player feedback. So the way that you earn and buy new cards in the game. Now, on April 26th, the first events that will launch are constructed events. You build your deck and you play in an event against other people. And then Draft is coming on May 4th. Yes, they're finally adding Draft to Magic Online, or to Magic Arena, rather, and I'm very excited for that to be happening. Draft is one of my favorite Magic formats, so getting to do that in Arena sounds great. Of course, everyone on an equal playing field versus Constructed, so Magic Arena is actually a really great place for that. So that's coming May 4th, and originally, as Draft rolls out, it'll only be available on the weekends. While Constructed will be available at any time. Draft being on the weekends, I'm assuming, is just so they have a large amount of players and you're not sitting around waiting for hours and hours to get a draft to fire. It'll kind of push everyone to the same few days so that they're able to get events to actually go. But definitely expect down the line it to work more like Magic Online does, where drafts are firing all the time as soon as 8 players show up ready to draft. Now, apparently, Dominaria cards come to Arena with some visual improvements to the battlefield as well. So I'm guessing that means just some Dominaria-themed battlefields that we're playing against and we're playing on, which is a welcome addition. Of course, I hope that's something that they continue to add to the game as each new set comes out. The other interesting thing that they're doing revolving around Arena is they're testing out putting codes in actual booster packs of Magic cards to unlock cards and packs in Magic Arena. They're testing this redemption process and distribution of these codes in New Zealand right now, but if it goes well, if it all works out, expect this to roll out wide in coming Magic sets. This is an awesome thing. If you're already buying packs of Magic cards, if you're already playing at F&M, if you're already drafting, if you're already, winning packs here and there, getting the added bonus of being able to build your Arena collection on top of your paper Magic collection is just gravy. Like, that is just a free incentive to continue to buy packs of cards. This is the entire reason that, I still am somewhat interested in the Pokemon trading card game, because you can kind of build both collections at once, right? Every pack of Pokemon cards comes with a code to unlock it in their digital game. If Magic gets to that point, I'm going to be buying a whole lot more boosters than I do right now, and I'm sure a lot of people out there are as well. So this is an incredibly smart thing for them to start doing, and I cannot wait until it rolls out wide after this test in New Zealand. Now, there's a stream on April 25th to show off some of these changes and some of the new Dominaria cards before everyone gets them in the beta starting the 26th. So lots of cool stuff there coming for Magic Arena. And the next piece of news, something I look forward to as every set comes out, the Hareruya Wayfinder deck lists have been posted. So go check those out. With every new set, the Japanese Magic star Hareruya puts out a whole bunch of these deck lists that are designed to feature the new cards from the new set that just came out. They're usually, highlighting the themes, highlighting specific cards, and they're always kind of really fun and sometimes really spicy lists that are kind of a blast to read through and see what they're doing. They're not always, incredibly well-tuned or even play-tested, but they're fantastic ideas and they're really good starting points if you are an aspiring deck builder and you want to start, getting your feet wet in some of the new themes going on in the new set, or if you just want to try out something a little bit different for Friday Night Magic. These are all typically fantastic options. I usually get a lot of really good ideas to try out from these Wayfinder decks. And this set of Wayfinder decks actually features a modern and a legacy deck as well, so they're branching out and not just doing standard deck lists with this dump of Wayfinder decks. So definitely something to check out, something I always look forward to. Really, really fun to see people start brewing this quickly with the new Dominaria cards. So that is it for the Magic Nudes. Lots of exciting stuff coming as Dominaria comes out full and proper and we start getting our hands on all those cards and getting the chance to start playing with them. So hopefully you are enjoying that. Hopefully you are enjoying spell slinging back on the plane of Dominaria. That's going to do it for this week in Magic for this week. Once again, I am Josh Meek. Thank you very much for joining me. Follow me on Twitter at PrettyDeeceShow. And of course, check out the regular videos and podcasts that happen every single day here on Pretty Dece if you like what we do. Otherwise, check back next week for another This Week in Magic.